My name is Sherry Bryan, and I'm the Vice President of NDI, and I want to welcome you all to the 2015 Madeleine K. Albright Grant Luncheon. We've gathered here today to recognize the strides women have made in the political arena worldwide, often against tremendous odds, and to honor an organization from Kandahar, Afghanistan, that has made extraordinary efforts to give young women, high school and college-age girls, the skills they need to become civic and political leaders in their country.
Now, I always look forward to this lunch, but I must tell you that I've been particularly excited about today's special guest, and that's because it's our good friend, Senator Barbara Mikulski. Senator Mikulski is well known in Maryland and across the country as a leader who not only speaks forcefully, but acts decisively. In other words, she is a doer. And during her decades in public service, she's done as much as anyone to improve the lives of Marylanders and ordinary citizens around the country. Senator Mikulski has also become one of our nation's most passionate and effective advocates for the advancement of women and girls, which makes her an especially appropriate speaker today. Her perspective on these issues is shaped by her own trailblazing career. She's worn a lot of different hats: social worker, community activist, Baltimore City Council member, member of Congress, and made history in 1986 when she became the first Democratic woman senator to be elected in her own right.
Yes, we did make history. We did make history by being the first, but we didn't want to be the first and only. By making history, we wanted to change history, and I believe we would agree that Madeleine Albright led the way. So today I'm very happy to be here at NDI. I bring you the greetings of all 20 women of the United States Senate who wanted to say, keep on doing what you're doing, both NDI and, of course, our Republican counterpart, because we do believe that one of our most important missions is not only to work to lift up our own country and make sure that everyone has an opportunity in our country, but also to be able to reach out around the world and see how we can empower particularly women and girls. So they send you their love and they send you their greeting.
Every fall, NDI bestows the Averil Harriman Democracy Award on a select group of individuals and organizations from across the United States and abroad that have demonstrated a deep and abiding commitment to democracy. The Harriman Award is NDI's highest honor, and while we will continue with the tradition of giving the award each fall, we simply couldn't wait to recognize the contributions to democracy and the role of women in political life made by Senator Barbara Mikulski. She exemplifies NDI's commitment to ensuring democracy and showing that it's inclusive of all citizens, regardless of gender, race, creed, or sexual orientation. So it's truly my honor to surprise my very dear friend, Senator Mikulski, with this extremely well-deserved recognition. NDI will continue its support for progress in Afghanistan, working also with women in the National Assembly along with their counterparts in government ministries. And over the next year, WWSO will use the grant we are awarding them today to conduct seminars for a core group of young women on women's democratic leadership and political participation. So my last responsibility for today is to introduce another very special guest who's a renowned champion for women's rights in Afghanistan and throughout the world. In the months since her husband, President Ashraf Ghani, took office in Afghanistan, she has redefined the role of First Lady and emerged as one of the country's leading voices and most dynamic figures. A brilliant thinker, accomplished activist, and inspirational leader, I could think of no one better to follow our awardee and speak to the challenges facing Afghanistan today.
Madam Secretary, honorable and distinguished members of the audience, I come to you in peace. It was asked of me to speak about the situation of women in Afghanistan. It is an accepted convention, at least in the Western media, to depict Afghan women as weak souls, helpless and hopeless, living a debased life in a tyrannical society. I beg to differ. Afghan women are among the strongest women I have ever had the privilege to know. Yes, they live under very difficult circumstances. They live under very difficult circumstances, and yes, the challenges they face, especially in the provinces, are sometimes insurmountable. Yet, with very limited means, these women are striving to make a better life for themselves and for their families. They are the glue that keeps society together. They are the conscience that guides the leaders onto the right path. They are hardworking, persistent, resourceful, and they are tough. If they need support and help, it is not because they are too weak or clueless, but because they are strong and will put every little bit of support to good use.